BingX, a trusted global crypto exchange. Trade spot, futures, or copy top traders easily. Sign up via the link or referral code to get 30 USDT instantly, plus up to 1,500 USDT in bonuses for verification, deposit, and trading.
Two vital Florida coral species, staghorn and elkhorn corals, have been declared functionally extinct following a devastating ocean heatwave that inflicted catastrophic losses. These reef-building corals, once the structural backbone of Florida's and the Caribbean's marine ecosystems, are now incapable of fulfilling their essential role in nurturing and sustaining the diverse array of marine life that depends on them. This state of functional extinction represents a critical precursor to global extinction, a grim reality now threatening numerous coral species worldwide. Scientists issued a stark warning this month, declaring that a tipping point has been irrevocably crossed, with global heating pushing ocean temperatures to intolerable levels and setting the stage for the widespread annihilation of corals. Ross Cunning, lead author of the New Florida study and a research biologist at Shedd Aquarium, emphasized the urgency, stating, "We're running out of time." He elaborated that extreme heat waves are escalating in frequency and intensity due to climate change, and without immediate, ambitious actions to mitigate ocean warming and bolster coral resilience, the risk of losing even more corals from reefs, both in Florida and across the globe, is imminent. The planet has reached its first catastrophic climate tipping point, as indicated by a recent report detailing widespread dieback of coral reefs. This groundbreaking research, meticulously detailed in the journal Science, meticulously analyzed the fate of staghorn and elkhorn corals along the Florida coast after the unprecedented marine heatwave of 2023. During this period, temperatures on Florida's fragile coral reefs surged to their highest recorded levels in over 150 years. These two species, named for their resemblance to the antlers of stags and elks, are complex, intricate structures vital for reef construction. However, exhaustive diver surveys, encompassing over 52,000 colonies across 391 sites along the Florida coastline, revealed widespread and often devastating losses. In the Florida Keys, mortality rates were staggeringly high, reaching an alarming 98% and in some instances, a complete 100%, signifying the utter annihilation of these coral populations. Southeast Florida, experiencing comparatively cooler temperatures, reported lower, though still significant, mortality rates of approximately 38%. It is crucial to note that the two Acropora species were already grappling with decades of compounded pressures from localized impacts, including degraded water quality stemming from land-based pollutants and persistent disease outbreaks. Nevertheless, the 2023 heatwave proved to be the decisive factor, proving fatal for these inherently heat-sensitive species. The 2023 event marked the 9th instance of coral bleaching recorded on the Florida reef system. Coral bleaching is a distressing process triggered by heat stress, wherein corals expel the symbiotic algae residing within their tissues, leading to their characteristic ghostly white appearance. Prolonged elevated temperatures invariably result in the complete demise of the corals. On a global scale, coral reefs are recognized as among the most vulnerable ecosystems to the human-induced climate crisis. This vulnerability poses a profound threat to a quarter of all marine life that relies on these underwater rainforests. Furthermore, hundreds of millions of people worldwide depend on coral reefs for sustenance, as they support fish populations that are critical for food security and economic livelihoods. Beyond their ecological and economic significance, corals serve as natural barriers, indispensable in protecting coastlines from the destructive forces of powerful storms, which are themselves being exacerbated by rising global temperatures. In a desperate, last-ditch effort to avert a catastrophic spiral of decline for these threatened corals, scientists have undertaken ambitious initiatives. These include establishing vital repositories of Acropora in aquariums and creating offshore coral nurseries. Furthermore, significant efforts have been made to reseed corals onto existing reefs in Florida, in a determined attempt to recover some of the staggering 90% of coral cover lost off the state's coast over the past 4 decades. However, as global heating continues its relentless escalation, the prospects for the long-term survival of these species without substantial and immediate interventions appear bleak, according to researchers. Andrew Baker, a marine biologist at the University of Miami and a co-author of the study, underscored the critical importance of elkhorn corals, describing them as some of the most important wave-breaking coral species in the region. He further explained that these corals were once a common sight on shallow reef crests throughout the Caribbean. Baker emphasized that if the objective is to maintain the vital protective function of reefs against coastal flooding during storms, then it's worth taking extraordinary measures to ensure we don't lose these corals altogether.